Didn't.
Well, it did it after the fire.
Yeah.
But
Well, it did very good after that. But it did very good.
we got quite a bit in the evening, late.
Busy.
Yeah.
By then, I
You
saw
guys got
it. I saw it.
One big
Yeah.
story.
Okay. I've gone back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turned up the other way.
Okay.
The last 2 weeks.
Really let it out.
Yeah, it's like 2:45.
Wow.
But it's
Short.
another 23.
That was fun.
All right, welcome to the town council meeting for July 15th, 2026. Please stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mark Pepple, Nathan Van Horn,
Present.
Devin Keener,
Present.
Madeline St. Martel present.
And approval of the meeting minutes from July 1st, 2026.
I wasn't here, so is that
We can still pass it.
Yeah, you guys can still pass them.
Make a motion to approve the meeting minutes for July 1st, 2026.
I'll second. We have a motion and a second to approve the July 1st, 2026 meeting minutes. Any further discussion? Those in favor say aye. Aye.
So these are all these were for payroll, just to sign off on payroll, for
Sign
like
after?
this year. Just, you guys can sign after on those. I feel like I've already given half of those to you, but Natalie printed them all out again, so just in case.
He's ready. Please.
Your
Thank you.
plans. That's a contract.
All right, public comments. All right, if there are no,
Just waiting,
Hear what's going on with you guys.
Yeah.
Let's see, trash collection bid opening for old business.
So we had advertised for trash collection. We've received bids, they were due today. You guys can either approve or, approve a contract, or not a contract, but a vendor tonight, or we can meet for a special meeting next week. Or later this week, well, not this week, next week. So take them under consideration.
Are you folks here for the?
GFL.
Okay.
W.
Well, I mean, they will be open tonight, it's
Oh,
just,
gotcha.
yeah, if you take them under consideration, or you can award a preliminary, or preliminarily award a vendor, and then sign the contract at a later date.
So just go ahead and start it.
Go ahead, sir.
This is for Washwater Incorporated.
I don't think they submitted anything, because of the turnaround.
Okay, just a bunch of copies of the letter, basically is what it is. Current bid. That is. GFL, and you're Barry Howard?
Yes,
All right, nice to meet you.
you too.
Might want to go to the other side.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right.
David?
Yeah.
All right. Very
Yeah,
Do
there's
the same
four
thing.
copies.
Give me a copy.
There's,
They're all the same?
yeah,
Yeah, sure. All right, so, looks like, we have the contract amount of $131,580, is that correct?
yeah, and then there's a pricing schedule for the years.
Seems good for the.
Kind of tucked back there, every one of those paper clips. Probably that second page.
Second stack.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be in the annual report, would it?
It's kind of like.
Contract.
It's,
It's a month.
yeah, there's one in mark, and, yeah. Yeah.
Here's a clip, this.
It's all fun, oh, it's right in front of me. Okay, so for year one, it would be $1,275 per resident, year two, $1,313, year three, $1,364, year four, $1,425, and year five, $1,494.
Where are we at right now, you know, it's okay.
1489.
Yeah, I think it's almost 15.
Second one,
Mhm.
Sure.
No.
All right, so year one, they have two options, a 3-year and a 5-year. Year one, would be 1745, year two, 1885, and year three, 2036. That is, for the 3-year contract. For the 5-year, it'd be 1725, 1811, 1902, 1997, and 2097. And 1 year of curbside cleanups. Or 1 curbside cleanup year. No, sorry,
Says they take exception
yes,
to 2 curbside
We'll provide 1 year of curbside cleanups, and due to equipment collection, we'll switch away from rear load trucks to the safety of our employees for remaining years of the contract. Provide 2 cleanups per year utilizing 8 30-yard open tops.
Back to the free for all back here.
Those are just the other two.
Oh,
I couldn't get all 4 of them in the one.
Alright. I was like,
what kind of turnaround time would there be with GFL?
Well, we're in a pretty short window.
Yeah,
So I can get the carts here. But I would really appreciate knowing, if I could get a firm answer on that would be great, because I could move it a lot quicker.
Mhm.
Because I'll bring them all in, they need a spot like this set up in, and then they'll take them out and deliver them.
you're including a 2 time per year curbside pickup
Yep,
for the company.
yep.
You know, what's under that then, additionally, while for the town of Cherry West, a large roll-off container requested to do so, during the bulk service period twice a year. Is that then just allowing it
Yeah, I
For
just make sure.
residents to dump
Yeah.
outside of that?
No, not really. I really kind of left it up to you guys' discretion whether you want to have it or not. But the way we do bulk pickup, and I'd highly suggest this, and you can, I don't think your next bulk pickup would be until coming up in the fall.
That's typically in spring.
No. So there's time to really put out some information on how to best do it, but we used to do these kind of wild pickups, twice a year, and a lot of drop-offs that didn't really belong there. So in Butler, we went to basically hopper full. It's about a 3.5, 4 yard hopper. It's a lot of material. I gave you some examples of what that amount of material looks like in someone's front yard, but that's usually more than anybody needs, in that time period. Works pretty well, and it also keeps down the outside stuff showing up out of nowhere. It's just a kind of a measured approach to it, so people get, hey, we do offer other, that service. If someone's got bulk service in other parts of the year, they need to get rid of something, we'll be happy to assist them. The roll-off I put in there just in case you guys had some issues that maybe people didn't get out or, came to you. Just add on for us, if you need that. We'd be excited to take over the contract, and if you have any other questions, I'd be happy to answer.
So you said the 3.5 yards, the hopper, that generally takes
Yeah, we
what
take,
you're at,
I'll give you an example. It'd be table, chairs, major appliance, bed,
all that combined,
all that combined.
Yeah.
Typically, on these cleanup days, they may have 2 or 3 items up there,
outside is a 6 yard dumpster, so it'd be like 3, or it'd be like half of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can get quite a bit, but the only reason we did it was Butler at one time we did like cleanups up there, and I was getting it from Ohio. I was getting it. They were just literally coming to their house and dropping stuff off in the middle of the night. And I'm like, we need to help this a little bit and kind of get people to back off a little bit. If it's yours, fine, great, take care of it. Business guys were kind of abusing it a little bit too. They I had a sweeper guy who had 148 sweepers in his front yard. And I'm like going, come on. I mean, nobody has 148 sweepers. But, it just, that helps. We're happy to do it with the style of truck we're using. It's doable. Just need to be able to lift it. That's, the primary thing there when it comes to that.
And what would the pickup day be?
You know what? I don't have a day. Yeah. If you've got a suggestion, I'll be happy to listen to it.
Thursday?
And see what we can do on our end. I know it does kind of work into the route somewhat, but I can give you that, what day they can do it. What day are you presently on?
Thursday.
Okay,
And have been for
a long time.
as long as I've been alive.
I can carry that
So-
message.
So yeah, 40 years.
Won't guarantee that, but at least I'll, you know the numbers over. Really, you can check with the people with service, obviously, too. Fort Wayne just did a big project for us, Butler, Huntington, Roanoke areas. It's worked pretty well.
GFL is actually who does our recycling.
Would be beneficial.
So yeah, so it's up to you guys if you want to award preliminary, or if you wanted to wait. But like he said, there's not much time.
Am I reading it right that even in 5 years, we'll just be paying 10 cents more? But instantly we'll be, what, about $2 cheaper? I mean, there's no
Extras, that's it.
nothing less that we're getting out, right? I mean, it's. You think, Devin? You know what I mean?
I think that's a pretty good deal,
Yeah,
and I'm happy with the recycle service that we receive. I think that's pretty good. I think the residents are going to appreciate the reduction of costs. And for a reduction of costs, they might even, not be as upset about the change in the day of collection. We wouldn't see like that's it.
All that.
Just say.
Don't make up all the rules.
I get it.
make a motion, we accept GFL's bid, for 5 years, for, trash pickup.
I'll second. We have a motion and a second to accept the bid for GFL's annual garbage rates at the amount of $131,580. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
No, I need to go over and make sure all bid docs are in there. And then you guys should probably make a motion then to sign the contract outside of council meeting.
Alright,
Thank you to you.
I'll make a motion, that after all documents are reviewed, we can sign, the documents outside of the meeting.
I'll second. We have a motion and a second to sign the contracts and all documents associated with the GFL garbage contract outside of the meeting. Those in favor, say aye. Aye.
I'll review and make sure everything's in order, and I will be in contact with you either today or tomorrow or Friday.
Thank you.
Yep.
I
Thank you, John.
have one question. On your contract form on the back, I'm assuming that's what we're gonna use as a service agreement.
He didn't see the bid document.
Okay.
That's-
That's all right. I could-
Yeah, I mean, I'd say,
It's the one that we've been using for 20 years, so,
Is it okay, it said that back on my price, they just. add
yeah,
on
yeah,
to
that's
it?
what it would be,
Okay.
or that's what it will be, yeah.
Any other questions, let me know.
Okay,
Thank you guys, appreciate it,
Thank you.
thank you guys.
If I may, I just want to thank you for the partnership over the years.
Yes, thank you.
And, we'll talk in a few years, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yep.
Furthering old business, ordinance 2026-06 golf cart ordinance. Did you want to have a discussion without Mark here, or are you?
Does anybody have any input that came for that, or?
Well, we came to find out kind of what you guys, what your progress has been. Whether you got a chance to talk to Columbia City and study theirs, because we brought with us a copy of their ordinance, which you probably already have, but we printed it out just so we could study it. And we also brought a bill for your reference too. If you need it, if you don't, that's fine. And otherwise, we're just here to see what you come up with and be the public voice of golf carting.
Just so you know, we did talk about it last meeting.
Yeah.
Very, very briefly.
Yeah, so Dustin, Tom Marshall and I met with Gary Perry and talked to him about that, went through the contract, talked about problems that they had, et cetera. And then Dustin and I, in that meeting, Dustin and I talked about different issues that we have within the town as far as access to some sort of an alley road or street so that they can pass at 90 degrees
Right.
perpendicular to
Right.
the state roads. And that's the huge problem with Cherubusco, is that we have very few roads that allow for that. And so with that, we were talking about all the different quadrants of the town that will not have access. And so taking a look at that, so not counting Thresher's Ridge, okay,
Mhm.
because they can go out and around, but it's at least a 2-mile jaunt to go out and around, which on your side by side isn't a big issue, but on golf carts it very well could be. And so, but if we combine so just residents and businesses within town, that's somewhere around 25% of the residents would not be able to access those roads and have the ability to cross the way that they should.
Right.
So that would mean that they would have to drive on the actual state highways, which is strictly forbidden by
Right.
state.
Exactly.
So that's something that's really sticking with us. We add that to the number of houses that will be back in Thresher's Ridge, plus we add an additional number of houses, another 100 and some for Turtle Meadow. We're looking at another 300 and some houses. So we're at roughly half the between 45 and 50% of the town population that wouldn't be able to access town easily. And there are a number of businesses that simply people couldn't get to within the
Right.
town.
Right.
And we're looking at, if we allow that, then we're opening ourselves up to other safety concerns, such as people driving out to McDonald's, the liquor store, Magic Wand, BP out that way. People coming into town from south of town, driving those areas when they'd have no choice. So that's kind of an issue that we're having in trying to approve it. We feel like this is myself, I feel like if we do approve it, we're going to open ourselves to a lot of people saying, well, I've got my permit. Maybe they'll catch me, maybe they won't. And they'll just go ahead and do what they've got to do to get to where they're going. And so, myself, I've seen lots of golf carts. Every time I've gone into Columbia City this summer, I've seen golf carts on state roads that weren't supposed to be there. Safety is our paramount concern, and with like 17,000 cars going up and down 205, or I'm sorry, 33, plus, 205 has a lot of trucks, 5,000, which isn't anywhere near 33, but it's a lot of safety issues. There's been a lot more accidents within town limits. Just 2 weeks ago, well, it was the day of the last town council, so it was 2 weeks ago. There was a bad accident out right in front of McDonald's. And if that would have been a golf cart, they'd have been gone, and I want to be known, I feel for people that aren't going to be violators, that are going to follow the laws, that do have their side by side and they already have seat belts and safety features in them. But I'm really struggling with it. So we're not going to make a final vote until we're all three here.
Mm-hmm.
The main thing is, we just want to get out of town. We don't drive in town. We cross the roads where we're supposed to.
That's perpendicular.
205 and 33 across those.
Because we're well aware. And to me, those people who are so foolish to drive on those roads, I mean, they need to get tickets. A few tickets like what, Columbia City?
That would be what would be happening.
Oh my gosh, yes.
If we
You
did,
have to
we
do
did
that.
approve it, but we open ourselves to a certain amount of liability in doing so. And so we take a look at that and we feel like it may not.
Well, like I mentioned the last time, just inter-quadrant travel, like no road cross, no highway crossing, but just cruising in your little section of town to where you're not gonna be anywhere near a highway. That's another possibility, and you see people out, those things are for pleasure. We don't have to go to the grocery, we don't have to go to the liquor store and that thing, and neither does anybody else, for that matter. That's not the point, it's just pure pleasure of being out in the open, fresh air. And I think a lot of people, even though nobody can go down to McDonald's or the IGA, not legally, they really can't.
Right.
Except for the ones back in the trailer park who could shoot across the highway, that's it. So actually, I'm really more interested in just that inter-quadrant travel. And Dresser's Ridge, they can get out.
They can, but
They can't come into
They-
town,
Right.
go down 33 or 205. But
Right.
that's against law anyway. And just dealt with by a ticket if somebody does something like that. I mean, Avila's got the same, they have State Road 8 going through their town too. Old 3, I guess, doesn't really count, but they have.
State Road
State
8,
Road.
no, State Road 8 ends before Avila.
Does
So, yes,
So that's not really a state road.
it's not a
Okay.
state road. no.
Okay.
No, it jogs up to north on 3, yeah, and then,
Okay, so
Okay.
it's more of a
Here,
town.
I don't need to just get
Yeah.
people who are golf
right.
It's side by side. Yeah, we have to pay.
But yeah, Avila does not have state or
Gotcha,
US route
gotcha.
going through it.
Okay. But yeah, and I totally get that state road thing. And we agree with you on the danger and that they should not be allowed to drive on those roads. That's crazy. But driving in our little neighborhood, we're not hurting anybody. There's no semis. And in each one of these quadrants, just driving around in your little quadrant without highway crossing, it would greatly improve our quality of life, I can guarantee you. Because at our age, that's one of our few forms of recreation anymore. We can't travel. We can't go on vacation. We're too old. So it's a real benefit to us just to be able to get out and cruise around and feel the fresh air. And it's been a real drag not to be able to be honest with you. Which I know that's not your problem, that's ours, but still, just to be able to go around the corner and get out into Allen County, that's really all we care about.
we do appreciate your point of view and the fact that you guys keep showing.
Well,
road. You wanna get-
we wanna help you, yeah. I mean, if there's anything we can do, we can't go. Yeah,
Just driving 3 houses.
yeah.
to-
We live on Harvest Court. Our backyard is the Allen County line, so we have to drive out, drive up to Mill Street, few houses, and we're in Allen County. And I understand it's against the law, and that's why we're here. If there's anything we can do to help make it more feasible, we'll be more than happy to.
Thank you, we appreciate that. Do you have any-
Yeah, just, I mean, you know, where did we discuss this last, do you remember?
It was probably 6 years.
Okay.
2020 is,
Was it around
it was 2020-13.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I
We got that too.
always a fan of it just because of safety and,
Yeah.
but, I've been hearing quite a few, actually it's kind of surprisingly how many residents have reached out, just voicing their support and, quite a few young people, and they're just kind of bringing up the point that with, within the younger, generation, that's really, something that kind of draws people in and some of the
Yeah.
communities and,
Wouldn't be on the field.
yeah, no. But all that to say, I really believe that my position here is to be a voice for the residents, right? And so the more feedback that I get and the more, in favor of it, makes me want to become more open to it and have more discussions. At the end of the day, I don't want to rush into anything. And, but I'm definitely willing to have, conversations and see how we can be creative, to see. But again, at the end of the day, I mean, I want it to be done, so we can enforce it and we can do as much as we can. Obviously, we can't control everybody. Even if we vote against it, people can still get out on the road,
Right.
right? But yeah, so again, I just want to make sure we do our due diligence. I think that there would be a decent amount of cost with it, just to have proper signage. That's something that, I went to a place down south that had them, and I thought they did a really good job with signs, just saying, hey, you can access this or you can't access it. You can access it from dawn to dusk, I think is the way they put it. So but with that, it's gonna be cost, right? And so I just think that if this is something that we do, that there just needs to be a good amount of community collaboration and just make sure we're all in it together. And also then people keeping an eye out for people. So those violators, making sure that we're just keep an eye out and hey, helping each other out and helping enforce it. So, and I think a big thing would be just making sure that Dustin and the police department is on board and they feel like they can, handle it. So, yeah, that's where I'm at on it. I'm definitely not opposed to it, but I just want to make sure that we just continue to have a good amount of discussion on it. So.
And you already have the Columbia City paperwork, so you've seen.
Yeah, I've seen the check theirs out and stuff.
I'd be more than happy to email Villa paperwork to you if you're interested in.
I mean, yeah,
I can make a PDF out of it, email it to you,
Okay.
that would be of any help.
yeah, I'm always open to the issue.
Their ordinance,
Their inspections too.
yeah, and we've got copies of all their inspection
You gotta
paper,
have your insurance.
right.
Which I have already.
Yeah,
It's just like states. When you get registered there, you can have all that stuff.
Yeah, at least you wouldn't have to reinvent the wheel.
I don't think golf carts, they don't have insurance.
Oh, they would have to,
It's just a hand.
Yeah,
yeah, they have all electric.
that's what Columbia City's ordinance says too, so.
So does Garrett's.
Oh, I didn't know Garrett was golf cart.
Yep.
Interesting, okay.
Because the county.
Mhm.
You
Good
can't-
to know. So, anyway,
yeah, it's like Devin said too, appreciate you folks coming out and voicing your opinion on it.
well, I'll email that paper,
Yeah.
just for your own reference, you know. Look forward to being at the next meeting where you discuss it.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Absolutely, thank you so much.
We'll get up.
No, you're good.
All right, moving on to new business, 2026-27 SRO contract.
So in it was just a little, the only thing that was changed were the dates and then, the increase to the fees paid, just a little under 5% increase that, accounts for what wage increases would be and what I'm anticipating wage increases to be, and insurance increases, taxes, that sort of thing. So, and we did not increase last year, in fact, because we increased so much the year prior, so they did not see an increase last year.
Yeah, I thought everything looked good. I thought that was good to put that buffer in there to allow for wage increase as well as the insurance and everything, so. I'll make a motion to approve the 2026-27 SRO contract renewal.
I'll second. We have a motion and a second for the 2026-27 SRO contract renewal. Those in favor say aye. Aye.
Oh. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
everybody.
you. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will email out to the school tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
All right, ordinance 2026-08, amendment to the town zoning ordinance.
That's you.
Yeah, so, merely as, to kind of discuss the beginnings for the, cell tower, it's adding a special exception for, and specifically adding in, you can see it on page 2 of the copy in front of you. Starts section 3 and section 4, it's adding in electronic communication towers into the, special exceptions for, light industrial districts and heavy industrial districts as well, just because of the height restriction that is, currently in the zoning ordinance. And because it's and Andy had sent us an email, but just because of the fact it's a zoning ordinance, you don't need to go through 2 readings, so you could just introduce it and pass it to that.
Do we have to have 100% quorum for that?
No, you have quorum now for it, but you know.
Good, just want to make sure. Yeah, I'm good with it.
And make that the same motion to introduce it and
Yes.
pass it. Make a motion to introduce and pass ordinance 2026-08, the zoning ordinance.
We have a motion and a second to introduce and approve ordinance 2026-08. I second, didn't say second, I apologize.
Again,
Let's flip the order of that. And then, do we have any further discussion? No. We have a motion and a second. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Does who?
we need to sign multiple or just one.
Just one. No. Well, just put it in the file.
Water and Street Department, they didn't see anything from.
He sent
Yeah,
a
Jeremy
report
sent
this
it, yeah.
morning.
All right.
Has the same date as the last one.
But we installed some more meters and
And they're supposed to install street signs today. But
And you probably would have talked about they started the water loop.
they're waiting on one person to come in for something. Right.
we've only been waiting on them for 2 years.
What are they digging for down Okay, I thought it was water, it was in amongst all the.
Oh, maybe, but I don't know what's going on anymore. I'm not here to say.
You heard anything from Riley?
No, reach out to me today, but I didn't hear anything back.
Good, and then Dustin, is he back in the office this week?
Not sure.
I know he was out last week for
He was out
training
every
down
week,
in
But he sent me his receipts on Monday, so I'm assuming he's back.
and then
Rick emailed or texted me today, he said the splash pad has been very busy. And then the 2016 tourney starts tomorrow. And we really need to get something out on Facebook about splash pad being closed on Saturday.
Yeah.
Or well, it went up.
Okay,
Oh, it did? Okay.
okay. Well, I think it needs to be out multiple times.
Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow.
So,
did you have anything?
Yeah, just a couple things. The, I'm sorry, I forget her name. I think like the coordinator or some, with the Little League. Just kind of wanted to get it on our radar. I guess the AC units and the concessions have not been doing a great job, and it's been pretty hot in there and even kind of melting the candy.
Oh, geez.
So she was just kind of wanting to see, you know, she's like, obviously probably can't do anything immediate, but definitely, yeah, for next year, probably want to make sure we are aware of that, and would be great if we could get those fixed or replaced. They're just the little window ones.
Sure.
So I just wanted to kind of bring that up and make sure that's on our radar and check with Rick and see, you know, what we can do about that.
So we have money for
I can-
air conditioning.
air conditioners are $100,
I'd
yeah.
say that's pretty cheap, so, yeah.
Just had to ask the money lady.
Which I mean, maybe I'll check with them and see, I mean, maybe we can get it, because that was one thing that she said was the tournaments, you know, starting. So
Absolutely,
pretty hot.
So
Kids are in there working and stuff, you know, and so.
I'd like to call Rick tomorrow.
What's that?
I'll call Rick
Okay.
tomorrow and get that in action.
Okay, great.
In fact, I'm gonna call him after the meeting.
Yeah.
Because he may be back.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that would be great. She would definitely appreciate that. So. Yeah, when she was saying, I mean, one, like I said, it's obviously just hot for the kids in there working in, but she's got the product, so.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's just miserable,
Yeah.
especially in this month, so.
So, yeah, just that, and then on Monday, attended the solid waste management meeting, whatever the budget for that, everything was going good.
Whoever does their budget's awesome.
Pretty good. It was very good. But yeah, that's all I got.
I don't have anything further in addition to what we talked about.
Natalie's been at ILCT all week. I met her because she won a lot of money. But, you know, she's also learning things, I hear, maybe. Yeah, I will hopefully start on my budget here shortly. We'll see. Also been going to the Musk meetings. We've had 2 of them so far. There's not really that much to report on those because nothing's really been done yet. So if the county passes the maximum amount for us, then we would actually be seeing an increase in income taxes compared to what we have been receiving. But again, it's all kind of up in the air. And we all know that the legislature's going to be messing with property taxes again this upcoming session, probably by a lot. So it is something that we need to make it up somehow. And local income tax, the maximum local income tax amount would be ideal for that. So,
Appreciate that. Guess I should have asked if you have anything additional that we move from. With all that being said, meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
sign all the papers, please.
Yep.